The team that lands Juan Soto wins the deal. The San Diego Padres landed Juan Soto.
Let's ride, baby. Let's ride. Woo! All right, here we go. First shot of the day at 9:26 a.m. Let's go, baby.
Oh, I don't have any hard liquor, I don't think, here.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Oh, here we go. This is gonna be an interesting stream.
So just to make sure, it's official, right?
Take the shot, but stop there, and then let's get into this.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that to people.
Oh, wait. What? Fuck you, Bob Nightingale. He goes, oh, the train. He goes, San Diego Padres Eric Hosmer has not approved the trade to Washington. The Nats are on his no-trade list. It remains to be seen if he changes his mind.
I think the train's excited about the Hosmer potential to be in the deal.
But
okay.
Jeff Passan
Jeff Passan tweeted. Let me read this. Let me start with this. Okay.
What the fuck?
Well, hold on. Reportedly, the Padres have acquired Juan Soto, and according to Jeff Passan, he's been notified. The deal would include this. Soto and Josh Bell has had an amazing year at first base. The Padres would send basically a record haul back to D.C. Abrams, Hassel, number one overall prospect in the organization. James Wood, arguably the best prospect in the organization, I think listed right now at number 3. Jarlin Susana, young right-hander, people are high on. Mackenzie Gore, who obviously is out right now due to injury, and veteran first baseman Eric Hosmer, who's got this no-trade clause. Now, Hosmer has only one decision here. If he elects to stay and not complete this trade, he's basically Dean Spanos for forever in San Diego. There's no possible way Hosmer is going to hold up this deal. And if he is the hold up to the deal, then the Padres would just get more creative and throw a different player in. There's no way the deal's not done because of Eric Hosmer. Right?
No, actually, John, there is a way that this deal does not get done because of Eric Hosmer. By him not accepting this trade.
Say that again?
I don't know what to believe, dude. All right. I'm just going to believe. I'm going to try to believe Jeff Passan here that he tweeted 15 minutes ago, Juan Soto has been informed he's being traded to San Diego. So that to me signals that it's done. But then you're seeing Ken Rosenthal tweet that the Soto deal will not be official until Hosmer agrees to waive his no-trade stipulation to the Nationals. To this point, he has not, according to a source. Negotiations almost certainly taking place. What the negotiations?
Eric Hosmer cannot hold up the Padres' ability to get Juan Soto. Okay, he's done enough damage with this $144 million deal. I mean, we lived through this a year ago. I cannot live through this. I can't have Jeff Passan saying a deal's been finalized and Juan Soto's been notified and Eric Hosmer is holding it up. Thank you, Jake, for the super. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're just getting started. We'll be with you through the highs and the lows of the day. Reportedly, and there's not just one source reporting it, the Padres have agreed to terms to acquire both Juan Soto and Josh Bell.
All right, I have to wait for this shot until I feel comfortable enough. I'm not doing it.
I know.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it until I feel comfortable enough to take the shot that because it just seems like there's too much right now. There's too much happening.
I know. Dude. Jake, thank you for the supers. Okay, as you make your way in, subscribe. We're here for you all day and night. We got you covered this morning. We got you covered on radio this afternoon. We'll get you covered tonight after this doubleheader. I don't know if the Padres will have any players for this doubleheader, but they'll play a doubleheader.
Who cares?
Later today. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You're notified when we have new videos, which is important on a day like today. Smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter. At John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. A super is a great way to support this channel. We'll get to the supers today. The chat's going to be crazy. We'll get to all of the supers. And become a member as well by clicking join next to subscribe. You get all the custom emojis, including the LFGSD emoji, which hopefully we're using a lot of here today once this deal is officially official.
This is just, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
We just got here. We're not going anywhere. Thank you, Jake. If Hosmer holds this up, it's a bad movie.
It's the worst movie. If Hosmer holds this up, and Dude, I'll lose my shit. He will
Remember
be
AC reported yesterday. Remember AC reported yesterday Hosmer wasn't going to be traded, but then AC reported today that Hosmer has accepted the trade, according to our buddy Thomas Graham. Have you seen an AC tweet?
Where? Dude, my timeline is so fucking
it's crazy.
It's a mess right now. Literally can't keep up with this.
By the way, Jesse, thank you for the super. We woke up to the same thing. I mean, this was being reported at 6 a.m. San Diego time. Jesse's in Hawaii, so it was 4 a.m. when this was first reported by the Washington Post that there was serious momentum between the Padres and the Giants.
Like, this is a great point that I just saw on Twitter. No matter what happens today, there is no way Eric Hosmer can have another at bat in San Diego.
Well, yeah, sure he can for the Nationals in 2023.
Well, for the Padres, you get my fucking point, idiot. Like, if Hosmer declines this, he will be vilified to the nth degree in this town forever. There is no coming back from this whatsoever. If he accepts it,
obviously,
great. Then he's gone. But
no, then it's like then he's part of the biggest trade ever. Then we congratulate him for being the missing piece to make this deal.
But my point is he can never play another game in San Diego with the Padres ever again.
Yeah, no shit. If you want Juan Soto.
Yeah, no shit.
Super from Thomas Graham. Thomas, thank you. He says AC reports Hosmer has accepted the trade.
Okay.
I mean, AC's, has a pretty close relationship with Eric Hosmer.
Now, did he tweet that or did he put it in his article?
He says here, provided Eric Hosmer approves being traded to the Nats 13 minutes ago. Whatever it is, anybody on the outside thinks, there are going to be mixed emotions in the Padres clubhouse today. I don't buy that. Provided Eric Hosmer approves being traded to the Nats.
Because, oh my God. All right, hold on. Let's back up a little bit here, all right? So, if this trade officially goes down, all right, here is who would be in the trade.
Let run through it.
Wait, did you just read it?
I did, but do it again.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was reading Twitter.
I know, dude. I know.
Mackenzie Gore, Robert Hassel, Abrams, James Wood, Jarlin Susanna, and then Eric Hosmer.
Did you say Mackenzie Gore?
And Mackenzie Gore. I did Mackenzie Gore, yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I don't see AC reporting that, Thomas. I'm on his timeline. I don't see that being reported. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe it's in the article he wrote. David, thank you for the super.
So
I mean, hopefully maybe by game 2, David, a 7:00 game. I mean, maybe by game 2.
Here's what Jim Bowden just said. He says, if Hosmer is in the trade, the Nationals would only pay the remainder of this year's salary. San Diego would pay the remainder of the 3 years, according to a source.
Wow. 39 million.
That's another thing here too, is probably the Padres and Nationals are working on how they're going to pay the rest of this deal.
No, I don't think they're working on that. I think they need Hosmer's approval because obviously the Padres will do the deal. I mean, credit Peter Seidler here. If Peter Seidler is willing to move all this money, I mean, you're going to move $40 million for Hosmer just to go away. You're going to move all these players. Credit AJ Preller. I mean, this is a big boy trade. This is one of the biggest trades in baseball history if it gets completed. It's not really close.
No, this is the biggest trade in baseball history.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's Babe Ruth, but we'll see what happens on the other side of it. I think it's one of the biggest trades in modern baseball history. It would be right there. I mean, this is it's a blockbuster.
This is nuts.
So David, thank you for the super. I mean, I think he's here tonight. If this deal's done, I think he plays in game 2. Right? 7:00 start time in San Diego. Why not?
So I don't know who this guy is. Mike DiGiovanni.
Yep.
LA sports writer. He goes, hearing that Eric Hosmer is not thrilled about being traded to the Nationals.
Well, no, of course he's not.
So it'll likely take a chunk of money, an additional year added to his already 8-year, $144 million deal to get him to sign off on it.
An additional year? Don't steal money, dude. No, don't take advantage of others because you see an opportunity here. Just accept it. Be a man. You got $144 million. You can't live in DC for the next 2 months.
Eric Hosmer, I'm looking right in Eric Hosmer has been and is the worst signing in the history of this franchise. By far. End of story. Period. That's it. He is the worst by far signing in the history of the San Diego franchise now and forever. Get out. Go. Shoot him to the moon. You're gone. Bye-bye. Peace out. Don't want to talk to you anymore. Jersey's not in the cart. Never was. I was lying. Never had it. Never will. We'll burn it. Done. Bye-bye.
Someone clip that and post that on social media. All right, David. So thank you, Jake. Thank you as well. We do not condone violence, Jake, but thank you for the super. Let me get to this from Vito. Hosmer is going to be convinced by Boris, right? I mean, Boris, a lot of people believe, played a pretty significant role behind the scenes last year that landed Max Scherzer and Trey Turner in Los Angeles as opposed to San Diego. But, I mean, come on. Scott Boras, this mega agent, can't complete this deal by getting Eric Hosmer to go along with it. Hosmer, this isn't about you. I mean, this deal's not about you. You got your 144. It's guaranteed. It cannot be taken from you. They're not moving you to a third world country. It's the nation's capital. Suck it up. You haven't performed here. If you did, maybe you never would have been dealt. But it's time to go.
Like, it's you got to read the room here. And I know that you got a bunch of buddies on this team, and I know Manny's one of them, obviously. And from what AC said yesterday, Clubhouse is going to be fine. It's like, you got to go, bro. You got to go.
All right. As you make your way in, please subscribe. We're going to be with you probably for the next couple of hours. Then we're with you from 3 to 6 on the radio. Then we're with you tonight. Reportedly, Juan Soto has been traded to the San Diego Padres. Say that out loud. However, in a cruel twist of fate, Eric Hosmer potentially is holding up this deal. Where are we on Twitter? I mean, has it gone radio silent like it did last year with Scherzer? Are we in a 15-minute period of time where it's radio silent?
The last tweet that Jeff Passan tweeted was, he's like, I'm going on SportsCenter to talk about the Juan Soto blockbuster. Do you want to play this?
Yeah, pull it up.
All right, hold on.
Jared, thank you. He says, give him $5 million and send him on his way. I mean, they're trying to do even more than that.
Which is a joke, dude. All right,
$39 million. Yep.
You got it? All right, here we go.
Baseball's most muscular brains join us now. Tim Kirkchin, the Hall of Famer. Jeff Passan just broke the news moments ago. Jeff, break down what this deal entails, who's going where and what.
Matt, this is very simply the largest trade package we've ever seen for an individual player. The amount of talent going back to the Washington Nationals matches the amount of talent going to the San Diego Padres for Juan Soto. They're getting Mackenzie Gore, a left-hander. They're getting Robert Hassel, an outfielder, C.J. Abrams, a shortstop, Harlan Susana, a right-handed pitcher, 18 years old, throws 100 miles per hour. James Wood, second-round pick last year, fantastic talent, 6'7", 240 pounds, the biggest power perhaps in the minor leagues, as well as a major league player believed to be Eric Hosmer at this point, though he has Washington on his no-trade list, and so that'll have to be worked out. Point is, when the Washington Nationals set out to trade Juan Soto after he rejected their 15-year, $440 million contract offer, they were looking for talent. And the San Diego Padres, from the beginning, had more talent that they were willing to give than any other team in that.
Was that the end of the video?
That was the end of the video.
Okay. Well, I mean, Jeff Passan's on SportsCenter saying it's the biggest haul potentially back in baseball history. I mean, Juan Soto, players like Juan Soto, we've said this for weeks, Jim. Nobody's talked about it more than we have. Players like this don't move. Not with 2.5 years of control, not with career on-base percentages of 420, not with World Series rings. They don't move. I mean, I thought I couldn't imagine that last night would be his last night in the Nationals uniform. When we talked to Dan Lang yesterday from MLB Network Radio, I just didn't envision it. He homered yesterday off Scherzer. I thought he was going to stay. And for the Nats to be motivated to move him, I mean, I think it's a win-win, to be honest. Sounds like the Nats are going to do well, but from the Padres' perspective, you got to win. Now finish off this deal, and you're in the business of competing for World Series the next 3 years.
Yeah, and especially this year, you have set yourself up. AJ Preller set this team up where he's done his job, right? He's done his job.
You think?
And
yeah.
We've definitely, given AJ Preller a lot of crap over the years for not building a roster that had a winning season in a full 162 game year, especially last year, which was, I think, really the first year that the expectations were through the roof in his era, and it failed miserably. And it was the trade deadline that was kind of the breaking point from, fork in the road. Like you go one way or the other, and they went the worst way possible. And now you look at it, and he has put the pieces in place. If this is finalized, and I'm still waiting for that official, but
we need the Padres tweet now.
Exactly. And then it's official. But you put yourself in a situation where you have a great pitching staff, you have the best closer in the game, you have a pretty good bullpen now with all the pieces moving into place, guys coming back healthy. Your lineup has gone has significantly changed.
Hold on, stop right there. Stop right there. Okay? Tatis leading off. Okay?
Okay.
Soto hitting second.
Okay.
In right. Machado with third, hitting third.
Okay.
Josh Bell, first baseman, hitting fourth.
Okay, yeah. You have I'm trying to get to my point here, John.
Jay Cronenworth batting fifth.
Yes, I'm literally like
Luke Voigt hitting.
Oh my god! My god!
Yeah.
Like,
so my point is this thing got real quick.
But
this lineup.
But my point is now that AJ Preller, I'm not saying he's off the hook, but if this team does not make the postseason, which to me now seems crazy to think about, or whatnot, I got to put this on. This is now go to the players.
Jim, he's off the hook.
I know.
Okay,
that's what I just said. It goes to the players, bro.
Well, no, you just said he's not. I'm not saying AJ Preller's off the hook. I don't care what happens anymore. He did his job.
All right, he's done. Is all forgiven? All's forgiven?
Job.
All's forgiven?
No, with this team right now, he's done everything in his power to put them in a position to compete for a World Series. Now, I'm not saying the roster's complete, and I'm not saying baseball. Funny things happen. It's baseball. No one's saying they're going to be in the World Series, but how could you ask for more out of AJ Preller than what he's just accomplished? The biggest trade in modern baseball history, plus an elite closer in Josh Hader, and who knows if he's even done. He's done his job. No question about it.
Bowden just tweeted. He said the Nationals-Padres deal does not hinge on Hosmer being part of it. The deal is done regardless, according to sources directly involved.
Take the shot. Take the
Let's
shot.
Fucking go! Here we go. Boom. Oh, God. Yes! Woohoo! Okay.
Dude, Jim. Hold on. Jim, I'm being serious now.
Oh, God.
I'm being serious. You got it. You got to be normal. This is a long day. Relax. We have a lot to get to. We have tons of supers to get to.
Oh, my God.
If you can put a shot emoji in the chat.
God.
Let us know what you're drinking right now. Let's get to the supers. Relax, Jim. It's 9 a.m. There's a lot to discuss. By the way, if they landed Scherzer last year, I don't think they pull off this trade. Think about that. If they rented Scherzer last year, I don't think they pull off this trade. Lose a battle, win a war. Okay? In retrospect. Taco Bell 911, thank you for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Keep them rolling. We're going to get to them all. So we're getting our 24-hour stream. But for the most part, you kind of are. You're getting this right now. You're getting the radio for 3 hours. We'll be back with you tonight. Maybe John will eat a burger in celebration. You got to pick up a burger later for me. You got to pick up some food.
Burgers. Where am I going? I got to go to Rockies, right?
You tell me. Pick something up for us. Pick something up.
Man. In-N-Out Burger. I'll get In-N-Out Burgers.
Deal. Okay, Will. First of all, Will, thank you for this generous super. Thank you, guys. As you know, we have been doing this day in and day out, literally for 3 years, since the start of the pandemic in 2020, for days like today. So we are your resource. If you're a Padres fan, please subscribe. We have year-round content. Please, if you want to make sure we get your comment here today, please consider a super by clicking that $sign down below. We need to tell you in a moment about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, who is losing his mind today. I think I got a text from Mark at 6 a.m. before I was awake. Will says, is Soto Bell, are they flying private? Asking for a friend, LFG SD. I mean, could they be here for tonight, Jim? Why not? It's 9 a.m. I don't see why they wouldn't be here by tonight, right?
Bob Nightingale just said there are no active negotiations going on with Eric Hosmer and the Padres after he rejected the trade to the Nats.
Wait, he rejected the trade to the Nats?
It's fucking, I don't know.
So he's going to just stay on the bench for the rest of the year while they all celebrate and win a World Series, and he's going to go pout in the corner?
I mean, if you're getting Josh Bell, you're not playing Eric Hosmer. It's just
Well, that
it's
was my
simple as
point.
that.
Right. I've been
So
saying
yeah,
that for days
he's going
now.
to sit on the bench and he's going to cry and he's going to be pouting and he's just whatever. Fine.
Well, that's
Go
why I didn't like
be a clubhouse leader, bro.
That's why I didn't like what AC said yesterday, where Eric Hosmer's been notified he's not going to be moved. I'm like, well, hold on. Why? Aren't you interested in Josh Bell, even without Juan Soto? Don't you want to upgrade at first base? Why would you tell him he's not being moved if that was accurate? Will, thank you again for that very generous super. Keep the supers coming. We'll get to all of them. Great way to support this channel on this just historic day. Historic day for Padres fans. Historic. Juan Soto heading to San Diego. Unbelievable. All right,
Josh
Jake.
Bell.
Josh Bell was had, by the way, just as good of a season.
He's had a really I mean,
let me pull that up.
He's been an all-star.
So, okay, real quick. Josh Bell, 301, 384 on base, 877 OPS. Okay, so he's got an 877 OPS this year. Soto's got an 893. They've been near identical players. Soto's on base is 408. His OPS is 893. So, I mean, the Bell addition for right now as a rental this year is significant. I mean, it's as close to being as good as Juan Soto in terms of production this year. All right, let's get to the super from Jake, who says, who does Hosmer think Manny and Tatis are going to choose? Him over Soto and Bell? Is he insane? Nobody wants him here. Is it as simple as that? Like, thanks, but I mean, of course, in the clubhouse, you got to get better. It's a business of winning.
It is. You got it. The whole thing here with Eric Hosmer is what the Padres are trying to do is they're trying to free up money here. And there might be a situation where now it's like, okay, well, we can't do that. So guess we're going over the CBT. Like, fuck it, like, who cares?
I feel like they're going to, first of all, it's amazing that they were able to do a deal that keeps them under the CBT if Hosmer agrees to it. Think about that. You acquire Juan Soto, Josh Bell, and Josh Hader, and you stay under the CBT. That's a Houdini act.
And now
the best Magic performance of the last decade, too.
How many Boris clients are the Padres going to have on the team?
I think 26.
More.
He wasn't kidding about hot talent lava.
By the way, we want to thank everybody in the chat right now. We have over 400 people live viewing. We want to thank everybody. Clap emojis. Thank you for joining us for this historic day. Still don't know what the fuck is happening, but we think Juan Soto's a Padre.
Unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Well, you know what? While we have a moment, because someone that's been with us since day one, and stay right where you are. We're going to get to all the supers. We're going to react to this all day long. Stay right where you are. We need to thank Mark Nimitz. I mean, we just have to, because he literally believed in this channel before it was off the ground. The GOAT, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Call him. Literally call him today and congratulate him on this. I'm not kidding. Get to his website. There's a link down below. You can get a quote. Just call him and talk Padres and talk Soto with him. Seriously, today, he'd be thrilled to talk to you. Auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance. He can save you $750 this year. Padres might need it if Hosmer's not part of the deal. He can save you money. If you ever have to file a claim like I recently did, I've got my homeowners and my earthquake insurance through Mark. He's your guy. He can save you thousands of dollars. Great service and communication. He's a San Diegan. He supports this channel. If you're a San Diegan and you want to support a local business, just if you have insurance needs and you want to save money, and we all look at our insurance each and every year, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz, the title sponsor of the Wrap-Up Show here on YouTube. And thank you, Mark, for your longtime support of this channel.
Yes, Mark. Thank you very much. I know you are through the roof today, excited. Text him right now or just email him at Mark Nimitz. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. Just reach out to Mark. Let him know, holy shit, Juan Soto's a Padre. And also let him know when you reach out to him that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Thank you, Mark. Let's get back to these supers, Jim. There's a lot to get to. Reportedly, Juan Soto is being moved to the Padres, who play 2 games today against the Rockies after winning yesterday. Padres obviously well out of the division race. However, very much in the race to win a World Series if this deal is consummated. What has Bob Nightingale tweeted? I don't even know if I believe anything he tweets, by the way.
I don't know either, but he says the Juan Soto deal is done with the Padres, does not include Eric Hosmer.
Why? I mean, that's does that mean Hosmer's staying?
If he's staying, he's not playing anymore. He's done. He's looking at they're going to have to DFA him.
Well, they were prepared to do that. They were going to give him $39 million for the next 3 years, apparently.
DFA Hosmer. There's no point.
Is that the move?
You have to move him because You're not going to play him over Josh Bell.
And don't save a roster spot for him. He has no value off the bench. There's no pop. Daniel's saying, and thank you, Daniel, for the super from Mexico, saying if Haas agrees, he'll be remembered as a hero. I agree. And it sounds like he doesn't agree. And the deal's still going to get done. He's going to be remembered as like Jim said earlier, as really possessing the worst contract in franchise history.
Not even close. He'll be remembered as
a villain.
There's no redeemable thing that Hosmer has done with this team that you could look at and as a fan or anybody at all. There's nothing redeemable about Eric Hosmer's time with the Padres. I'm sorry. This is now ended. It's over. There's no more here to be done. He vetoed this trade, and thank God it wasn't a situation that hinged on Eric Hosmer, because if it was, you're right, he would have been vilified more. I feel like Dean Spanos is number one in this town, but right below him would be Eric Hosmer.
Oh, if we would have canceled the deal, we talked about that before the show. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, thankfully that's not the case. But like you said, Daniel had a chance to go out as a winner. You always want to go out as a winner. That's might not happen here with Hosmer. Let's get to this from Nick. Nick, thank you for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Just click that $sign down below. We're going to run through all of them here today. Padres reportedly landing Juan Soto in this historic day for this franchise. Really, it really is for the trajectory of this franchise for the next 2.5 years at least. He says that he can't believe that they took an injured Mackenzie Gore over Adrian Morejon. It's a win for the Padres rotation moving forward, because Morejon could be a piece in 2023 in that rotation.
But here's the thing with Mackenzie Gore, and we talked to a couple Nationals beat reporters that are close to the team. It didn't matter that Gore was injured because the Nationals aren't looking to compete right now. Like if Mackenzie Gore was injured 3 years from now, then that's a problem. But the Nationals aren't ready to compete right now. So if anything, you get him right. If he, make sure that he doesn't need Tommy John, which it looks like he doesn't, according to reports here. So that's a good news. But I don't think that was a problem at all. Even if he did need to get Tommy John, I don't think that would have been a problem, because they're not looking to compete right now.
No, I agree with you, and he's still controllable for 5+ years. So when they're, closer to winning, which might be in 2 years, maybe he'll be, contending or part of a team that, whatever, part of a team that's on the rebuild.
Dude,
on the
my whole thing's a mess.
It's a mess. It's all a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. Jake, thank you again for the super. He says, In-N-Out, double animal style. Don't they have like a vegan one for me, Jim? Seriously?
No, John, you're eating a burger.
Yes, they do. They have like a plant style one.
John, you're eating a cheeseburger, dude.
But then I'm going to be sick all day.
That's fine. I just took a shot at 9:26 in the morning. I feel like shit already.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Jake. Sarah, thank you. I'm not sure what the super sticker says. Let us know in the chat. What did that super sticker have on it? Thanks, you, Sarah. I know you've been here.
Thank you, Sarah.
I know you've been here with us a lot on the channel, so thank you so much for your support.
But think about this, John.
Yeah.
This time next week, we talked about this yesterday, and I just got chills. Next Monday, potentially,
if Tatis
has a rehab assignment this weekend, you are going to get, like you just said, Monday night at home against a division rival, the Giants. Fernando Tatis Jr. leading off, Juan Soto hitting second, Manny Machado hitting third, Josh Bell hitting fourth. Oh,
and then still some pieces there. Like, I don't mind, the Cronenworths and the Voits, hitting in the 6s and the 7s. I mean, there's a lot to like.
Profar's been on fire lately.
Red hot. Yeah, so now Profar's like 5th, Cronenworth 6th, Voit 7th. Again, Grisham 9th you can live with. I still think maybe they could make another move.
Morosi said one scenario under discussion between the Padres and Eric Hosmer's reps. Hosmer may request that he end up with another team other than the Nationals as part of a 3-team deal. The situation remains fluid.
No, Eric, the deal's over. It could be another trade now. I want this deal over, and then Eric Hosmer can go get traded to, I don't know, trade him to the Dodgers so they'll lose, so he can help them. I don't care where he goes.
But here's the thing. If the Padres were willing to pay the remainder of the 3 years left on Hosmer's
then why
deal,
not just DFA him?
Then why not DFA him if you can't find a trade partner for him?
To Nick's point, the money's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yep. I mean, I think it's one of the options being considered. Maybe you can move him, though, and get something back. take on the salary, take on a low-level prospect.
In the chat right now, what was your favorite moment of Eric Hosmer's time with the Padres?
Not holding up the Juan Soto trade, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of ridiculous right now.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Retod. Thank you guys for these supers. This is going to be fun. I mean, we're just getting started. Reportedly, Juan Soto, I mean, imagine it. Imagine City Connect Friday nights. Imagine Dodgers, Padres 12 times in the final 54 games of the year. Or imagine Friday night at Dodger Stadium with Juan Soto in the lineup. Imagine potentially tonight with Juan Soto in the lineup. He says, for real, this isn't real. Can't be real. Real? Padres really did it? No way. It's real, Padres fans. Love you all. Jim took the shot. It is official
Let's
now.
go.
Thank you, Todd, man.
Another Todd Strain of NBC San Diego. You know Todd.
I do.
Todd.
Yeah.
Right across the street from us. He said he's at Petco Park right now. Because there's, by the way, there's a game at 1 o'clock today. Like, who fucking
right,
cares
so they're like
anymore?
taking like BP right now.
Yeah, like who cares? He said scenes in the hallway at Petco Park. Joe Musgrove and AJ Preller talking about the deal. Mackenzie Gore just walked out of the clubhouse. He hugs everyone around. Preller walks Gore out, then tells me that's the hardest part of the job, especially with Gore. I love that guy.
You know who I love more?
Juan fucking Soto.
Yeah, remember last year when people said, well, you know, if you move Hosmer, you heard what Machado said and you heard what Tatis has said, it's hard to move Hosmer. No, it's not. What's hard is to not put your team in the best position to win. That's really hard because a GM is tasked with one thing, winning, putting an organization in its best position to win. If this puts the Padres closer to winning a World Series, and oh, by the way, it does. I can guarantee it definitively. It puts them closer to winning a World Series. AJ Preller did his job.
You think?
Yes.
This gives them the best chance of any scenario we talked about for the last 3 weeks. Would you agree? This is the best scenario by far.
This is the scenario. The Padres went from having a bottom third lineup in baseball, right? On base, slugging, runs per game. Just run through it. Not the worst offense in baseball, but among contenders, one of the worst offenses among contenders. To having arguably, Jim, I think when you put Tatis and Soto and Bell in, it's a top third offense. You went from bottom third, you went all the way through the middle to a top third. I don't know if it's the best offense in baseball. It might not be the Dodgers or the Yankees. I think it's a top 10 offense in baseball, no question about it. And pitching is among the elite pitching staffs in baseball. So it's changed everything for this team. It's changed everything.
Passon just tweeted a minute ago. When Soto was informed by the Nationals he's moving, it was immediately clear some version of the deal will get done. The Padres knew that Eric Hosmer had Washington on his no-trade list and could invoke it. There are always different iterations. The point is the deal will happen.
Yes, Jeff. That's right,
Let's go, Jeff.
You tell him, Jeff. You tell Dodgers fans and Cardinals fans. It's done. It's over. He's going to San Diego. He's not going to.
Over.
How pumped are you if you're Juan Soto? You've just been reunited with the Dominican WBC team with Machado and Tatis. Like, how pumped are you if you're Soto? This franchise has been going nowhere since you won the World Series. They sold off all the parts last year. The team sucks right now, the Nats. And now you got a chance to win another World Series in age 23, your age 23 season, after you already won one at age 20. You can solidify like your Hall of Fame credentials by your mid-20s. Come on.
And like,
he's got to be so pumped.
I mean, you look at this thing, like Juan Soto, he's the piece, he's the guy. But to also get Josh Bell, who has a better OPS than Manny Machado right now,
right? That's the sneaky part here, right?
That's the they got Max Scherzer and Trey Turner type of trade. Like, that's the deal that the Dodgers made last year. You're like, wait, they got fucking Trey Turner? Now it's like they got Josh Bell. And usually it's the other way around. It's like, oh, Soto's the rental and Josh Bell's the guy under control. Josh Bell's the rental and Soto's the guy under control.
Unbelievable. David, thank you for that super. Let me get back to some supers. There's a lot to get to, Jim. We got to roll through some. So Jake says, look at the Morosi tweet. Did you look at Morosi's most recent tweets, Jim? That was probably a few minutes ago.
Dude, I can't keep up, bro. But I'm just the only person I'm fixating in is on Jeff Passan.
Yeah.
And the thing that he said there, the point is the deal will happen. That's it. That's all you have to know. That's all that I care about. Is that Juan Soto's a Padre, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's the takeaway here. Soto and Bell. I mean, there's this too, and it'll be a theme, I'm sure, throughout summer months and even today on the radio. Going out as a crybaby, not a winner. I mean,
because it looks bad. It's a bad look, right?
It's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Now, I understand. Like, if anything, if Hosmer should just say, "Fine, the DFA me." But
he doesn't even have that choice, right? I mean, they could just do it.
I know. But but I'm telling you, man, if there was a situation where Hosmer knew that if he invoked his no trade clause, that the deal would not get done, and he said no, and he still said no, like, fuck, dude, he can't remain a Padre anymore. It's done. It's over. He cannot remain with this team, because if he does, he's going to be just destroyed by the fan base nonstop, even more than he is right now, and he's not going to play.
He's not going to play him.
There's
no question. No, there's no room for him. There's just no room for him. I'm with you. I think he's gone. I think they're figuring out what to do with him. I think he's gone. Yeah. Ben, thank you. They could trade him to a team. By the way, they could just trade him to a team that he doesn't have a no trade clause with. I'm sure someone would take him if they're going to take all the salary on. I mean,
true.
Kansas City, come on down.
Just, hey, we'll give you Hosmer for literally nothing, and we're going to pay everything.
Right. Well, and we'll pay him exactly.
And if you
Ben Varela,
yeah.
Ben Varela, thank you for the super. I've been DMing back and forth with Ben. Ben, thank you for your support as always of this channel. He says DFA Hosmer if he holds it up. Surely the Nats don't want Hosmer. He's cost this team enough money. He can't continue to cost this team wins and progress. That's the point here, Ben. He cannot hold up this deal, and he cannot stop this team from moving forward.
Mm-hmm. No. The Hosmer, he can't. You're right. He can't stop anything from happening. And yeah, this is a beautiful day, and he can't hold up any type of deal. There's nothing there. You're right. He's cost this team enough money. He's not helped in any way possible to help win. He's been a part of 2 collapses as the clubhouse leader. He just, from the day he signed and his first year with the team, it just never, there was never a right fit. And I will go to my grave continuing to say the reason Manny came here was not because of Eric Hosmer, it was because of $300 million.
Well, yeah, I mean, because you're right.
So if any fan out there wants to say, well, at least Hosmer was here to help Manny Machado come, no, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong.
All right, Andrew, thank you for the super from Korea. So we've got an international audience today. We've already seen some supers from Mexico. Andrew's in Korea, loyal viewer of the wrap-up show. If you're here, please subscribe. That's all we ask. If you're a Padres fan, if you're here, please subscribe. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Consider becoming a member by clicking the join button down below. You'll get the custom emojis and badges. So Andrew says, Padre fans don't boo their players. I hope Hosmer is booed mercifully at every opportunity until he is no longer a Padre. He deserves all the vitriol.
I mean, he never did like anything malicious. He just wasn't a good baseball player. He
never really embraced San Diego, though.
And he never embraced San Diego. But as far as like people saying that he did things that were malicious, he never did anything malicious, but he just wasn't a good baseball player. He was stealing money at the end. He never embraced San Diego, and he was viewed as a villain by a majority of the fan base because he was paid all this money and he was not good. Not good at all.
No, he wasn't great. Had some moments. Okay.
He had a moment.
Okay,
he had a moment or two.
Don't joke, Ronaldo. Don't joke. Do not joke. Please do not joke. But thank you for the super. Appreciate you hanging out. Jake, that's all we needed to hear. Passan doesn't miss, right? Rosenthal missed last year.
Nope. Passan does not miss. When Passan tweets, it's gospel. It will happen. This deal is done. Juan Soto is a Padre. That's it.
Speak it into existence, man.
We did it.
Jim said yesterday, 55% chance of it happening. It became a 100% chance.
Yes, I was kind of right. Not really, but let's go.
Ben, thank you again. He says, chat sent before the news broke. Hosmer won't hold up the deal. Still DFA him because F him. it's business and he no longer benefits the business. Yeah, it
This
can
is
be
a
cruel.
business.
It is
It
a
can be
business.
cruel.
And they're in the business of winning, not in the business of having good people on the team. That helps. It's nice to have good people. It's nice to have San Diegans like Joe Musgrove that want to be here. But you need elite top-level talent. And Juan Soto is as talented as any position player in baseball, and Eric Hosmer isn't. So this is what I would call an upgrade.
At the end of you think? At the end of the day, in 4 years or whatever the case may be, you might see James Wood tearing it up. You might see
Absolutely.
CJ Abrams being really good. You might see Mackenzie Gore making an all-star game, whatever the case may be. But it's hard to say that any of those players will be as good or better than what Juan Soto is right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter because they're built to win right now.
And that was my point, is it doesn't matter because you cannot afford to wait for 4-5 years down the line for those guys to truly develop into players like Juan Soto. If you have the opportunity to get to Juan Soto right now, you maximize Manny's prime, you maximize Musgrove's prime, you maximize Fernando Tatis Jr., you maximize the pitching that you have with this team, you maximize Bob Melvin while he's here. Who knows what could happen, but he's signed to only a 3-year contract. You maximize having now Josh Hader here. You maximize Jake Cronenworth while you have him under team control before he's going to want a lot of money because he's a 2-time All-Star now. You just you maximize what you have, and that's why you had to go out and get Juan Soto. You just had to put all your fucking chips on the table and say, screw it, I'm going all in. Who cares? Take all of it. We're going for it right now. We have the opportunity. We have the owner that says do it. It's the right time. It is the right time.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to invest the way Peter Seidler has invested, and if you're going to give out these $100 million contracts like they're candy, Machado, Tatis, Musgrove, taking on the money remaining on Soto, 2 arbitration years, you got to win. At some point, you need to decide it's not about having a window, and it's a time to go through that window and win and perform. And there's no guarantee here. People have been saying Juan Soto doesn't guarantee you a title. It's true. It's accurate. It's factual. But doesn't it make it a lot more fun to be a Padres fan today than it was yesterday?
Dude,
enjoy this ride. This is the ride that you've waited your entire life for. If you're a Padres fan, and does it end up bringing a parade to the city? Stay tuned. It might.
The best thing is that AJ Preller kind of just is now like, my job is done for now. For this year.
Maybe let's see what he does from now until 3 p.m.
But until 3 p.m., for whatever other moves he makes, he just sits back and says, I did my job for this year. I gave you everything possible. I gave you the best right fielder in the game, potentially the best player. You have one of the best players coming back from injury, hopefully next week. You have one of the best, if not the best, third baseman in baseball. You have a great pitching staff. You have the best closer in baseball. You have one of the best managers in baseball. You have an all-star second baseman. You have what else? Like that. That's it. He did his job. Congratulations to AJ Preller. He did what he needed to do, and congratulations to him. You got to give him his flowers. You got to give him the props. He did an amazing job at this trade deadline.
Yeah, I don't, honestly, I don't want to hear, what I'll say, and I'm not going to criticize him, and I said it, I'm not going to criticize AJ Preller.
Not right now.
2022, however this turn. No, I'm not going to criticize him.
Can't do it.
You can't criticize him this year. He'll have moves to make in the offseason because all teams do, obviously, and I don't know what he's able to do between now and 3 p.m., and I don't know how the season ends. I don't know if this team makes the postseason or not. I don't know if they win the World Series or not. I don't know what happens, but I can't be critical of AJ Preller. I can only be complimentary of taking a big swing like this because most GMs in baseball wouldn't even consider it. So AJ Preller deserves a ton of credit. People wanted to run him out of town. We've had our opinions on AJ Preller over the last 12 months as well. But, there's a reason why Peter Seidler had faith in this general manager, and he delivered on a really big day. He delivered in a big way, too.
Right. And we've said the last couple of weeks, people are like, AJ Preller's got to be fired. AJ Preller's got to be fired. And we both said, like, no, you got to wait until you have to wait until the end of the season to fully assess AJ Preller. And we both mentioned before the season started, like, whether people inside that organization say it publicly or not, this year was so big for AJ Preller after what happened last season. And after how long he's been here as the general manager, not having a winning season and a full 162 game year under his belt, and how this year had to be a season where not only you make the postseason, but you make a little bit of noise. And now he has fully recognized that and put all the chips on the table, gone all in. And it's not just for this season, too, by the way. It's for next year and the year following that, because you have Manny, Tatis, and Soto for the next 3 postseason runs.
Maybe more importantly, you also have Joe Musgrove.
And Joe Musgrove
You
for the next
also
5
have
years.
Yu Darvish for another year. You also have Blake Snell.
And Jake Cronenworth. And Josh Hader.
These are the pieces. I mean, the Angels have had hitting before. Teams have been lopsided, obviously, and not had success. What I like about the Padres and where they sit right now is that they have a good combination of offense with starting pitching that should carry them for the next 3 years. Let's run through some supers. Robert says 3-team trade with the Cubs. There's history with Chicago. I don't know if it would be a 3-team trade, maybe.
Yeah.
But if he's not done, I mean, maybe Contreras is still on the table. Here's the thing. I mean, there are other areas to upgrade. Center field would be an upgrade potential with Ian Happ. Catcher would be an upgrade, obviously, with Wilson Contreras. So, you could say that they could upgrade this team. I mean, every team can be upgraded, obviously. So maybe there is a deal between the Padres and the Cubs still to come.
But this tweet from Ace here said, Eric Hosmer is still a Padre for now. Team in a tough spot here. There's been a division for some time between front office and clubhouse on how to proceed with the clubhouse leader. It's not really hard to me.
It's over.
It's over.
The division's over.
It's not hard to me. They'll survive. Okay. They just got Juan Soto and Josh Bell coming through the doors, and they have Josh Hader too. They'll survive. All right. They're going to be okay. I think they'll be happy when they see Juan fucking Soto instead of Eric fucking Hosmer. Okay.
I doubt it's a funeral feeling in that clubhouse right now.
They can go hang out with Haas in the offseason. It's fine.
All right,
Jesus Christ.
Michael says, so what are more moves that could be made? I mean, we've seen the Padres tied to relievers. We've seen the Padres tied to Contreras and Happ. We've heard the name Ramon Laureano. We've heard the name Sean Murphy with the A's. Those are 5 names right there. So, yeah, I think more trades could be done. I mean, even minor trades, like a defensive replacement, like we saw last year. I mean, we'll see. There's still time. There's still 5 hours. Padres play in 3 hours. I mean, is the lion's share of work done? What's that?
Imagine if they traded for Contreras.
I mean, I really wouldn't be shocked.
If they were like, hey, Campusano and like 2 other prospects for Contreras. Who says no?
Right. Maybe just like Campusano and like
Alfaro.
Campusano and Alfaro. Solo Dolo saying, can we get Contreras or add to the bullpen still? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the world is ours, man, as Nas says. The world is yours. Absolutely.
And you're getting Pomeranz is going back on a rehab assignment. Don't really have much faith in him, but whatever. You still have Robert Suarez expected to return here pretty soon.
Garcia's been really good. Tim Hill's been really good.
Tim Hill's been good. Nabil Chrismat's been good. You put Josh Hader in the mix there. So if you look at the bullpen pieces, you got Hader, like if fully healthy. Hader, Pomeranz, Suarez, Garcia, Tim Hill, Nabil Chrismat, Nick Martinez.
I would say darn good. I don't know if it's going to be the best bullpen in baseball, but Hader at the back end of it in the postseason, you feel good about. I'd feel good about a healthy Pomeranz in the 8th inning.
Yep. And I feel good about Garcia's and Suarez too.
Yep.
So between there as well.
But you got to think about your postseason 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. That's very important.
And Nabil Chrismat could be a very vital piece as well because, what happens if they go extra innings? He's a guy that can give you multiple innings that you feel very comfortable with. Also, he's come in and gotten out of pretty tough situations this year regularly. So I trust Nabil Chrismat. He's only had a couple blowups and mostly his season's been really good. And then
I still think they could upgrade a little bit because I don't trust Pomeranz.
His health. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my concern. That's my concern. Jake, thank you again. He says F. Mosmer. This will be interesting to see how it all ends with Eric Hosmer. Like, how does this story end? Cut him, traded, stay on the bench tonight? Is he there for game 1? I mean, this could get really odd. Really odd.
Mm-hmm. It really could, because if Hosmer's still a Padre after 3 p.m. today, well, what's the end game here? What's the play? He won't be a Padre after this year, I feel like. There's got to be a DFA situation here.
Well,
right?
if you're willing to DFA him at the end of the season, why wouldn't you be willing to DFA him now?
That's true. That's true.
Kirsten, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate your support. Again, if you want to make sure we get your comment here today on this historic day for the Padres franchise, Juan Soto, not to mention Josh Bell, heading for San Diego. Will they be available tonight? We'll find out, presumably in the next couple of hours. Historic call back to D.C. I like win-wins. Hopefully this works out for both sides.
7 o'clock game.
Hopefully this leads to, Padres playing in a World Series for the first time in 25 years and maybe winning a World Series for the first time ever. That's why you pull the trigger on a deal like this. That's why. To win World Series.
Cassavell just tweeted out, listen to this lineup. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty good. Cronenworth leads off. I'm okay with that. Tatis hitting second. Juan Soto hitting third. Oh, no. Hold on. Someone's calling me.
Put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Stupid.
I remember my first time doing a wrap-up show.
Okay, hold on.
All right, let me get to this super from the Ronster who says send Hosmer back to Kansas City. I think that's a possibility, sending Hosmer back to Kansas City.
Dude, this lineup.
Running through the lineup.
Cronenworth, Tatis, Soto, Manny, Josh Bell at first, Luke Voit DH, Profar hitting 7th, Nola hitting 8th, Trent Grisham hitting 9th. Fucking that's ride, bro.
That's pretty good. I mean, and imagine
that's
if you had a Contreras or Happ. If you had a Contreras or Happ to it.
And on your bench, you have Mazzara, Will Myers, Alfaro, and Kim.
And Hosmer.
Fucking Hosmer. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Ronsta, loyal viewer of the wrap-up show. Thank you, guys. Please subscribe, and please consider the super. Great way to support this channel. We're getting to the supers here on this. Just unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to explain how unbelievable this is, considering what happened last year. And you always know the Dodgers are lurking, and the Cardinals were lurking. And to land this player at this time, when he didn't even have to be moved, credit A.J. Preller and Peter Seidler. Matthew Keene says, Hosmer needs to be a pro and not a powder and realize his time here is done. Ride the pine, sit in El Paso, and rot or show some professionalism. I don't even know if they could send him down, to be honest, because of his service time. But who cares? I mean, they can if they figured out the Soto trade, they can figure out how to part ways with Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, I think they can figure it out. And you think that they've been trying to do this? Like this was the biggest. I feel like this is a bigger hurdle than actually getting Juan Soto. Right?
No, it seems like it's
that's what I mean. It seems like it.
On social media, yeah.
It seems like this is a bigger hurdle than getting Juan Soto.
Right. It makes no sense. It makes no.
It's
we
so
can't.
stupid.
Like you said, he's the immovable object we've talked about for 3 years. He can't. He's like I said, move heaven and earth for Juan Soto. I literally said it right the day that Soto became available. I said I'd move heaven and earth for him, which is what AJ Preller did. I didn't know you'd have to move heaven and earth to move Eric Hosmer. I had no idea of that.
Like literally, you got to move everything. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you. Clap emojis for
Kevin.
Real quick, for new members, because if it's your first time on the channel and you want to become a member, real quick, you're getting custom emojis like Jim's face, my face, let's go. Let's get some LFGSDs. Let's get some LFGSDs.
LFGSD in the chat. It's fucking go San Diego.
So you're getting emojis. You're getting badges. You're getting members-only content. You're supporting this channel. Just if you're a Padres fan, it's a great way to support this channel and interact with us on a day-in and day-out basis. So thank you for all the new members that are rolling in on this historic trade deadline Tuesday. All right, let's get back to. I mean, this is.
We have so many supers to run through, John.
I know. Let me get to him. All right, Jake. Thank you again. Jake has been with us since day one. I mean, Jake's an unbelievable Padres fan. Great supporter.
It's a great day, Jake.
It is. He says, next, how do we sign Bell for the next 2 years? Just
calm down.
Everyone calm. Okay.
Down. Right.
Like, I feel like
don't worry about next year.
Like I feel like I need to be Yoda and like put everyone like in a calm place.
Stay calm, you will.
Thank you. Let's worry about beating the Rockies a couple of times today. Are we going to freak out tonight on the wrap-up show? Like, can't hit. They lost the Rockies have their number. Another 3-1
John.
Loss.
I could give 2 fucks right now.
No, these 2 games matter.
They matter. Split. Hey, if they split today, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll take a split right now.
Split right now. I'll be fine. But just to let everybody know, while the games are happening, we will be live on the radio, Extra 1360, iHeartRadio app. We'll be talking about is this. So the Padres game could be on, and you can listen to us today, 3 o'clock to 6 p.m. We will just be talking about Juan Soto, taking your calls, everything. We're reacting to it.
And Warriors Summer League, I've made a new move. So we'll talk
John,
about Kuminga.
At this moment in time, fuck the Warriors.
Oh,
it is
he said
it's all about Juan Soto and the Padres right now.
Cliff, thank you for your membership. Thank you for
Cliff.
your support. Look at this, by the way. Jake, are you serious?
Jake, bro.
That's ridiculous. Can we get, what do we need? What do we need in the chat for Jake?
Goat emojis?
Goat emojis for Jake. Look at this. Look at this, Jake. He says multiple sources deal is done and does not include Hosmer. No pun intended. Maybe. F it. We go Soto and Bell. Jay, congratulations as a Padres fan. Seriously, all these Padres fans here today. Congratulations. This is a day to remember. It really is. Will it result in what we all want? We'll find out. But this is what you need to do to get that end result. Look at what the Braves are doing. Look at what the Dodgers do. Look how the Giants treat this. The Padres are a big boy organization right now. They're not just trying to be good. They're trying to win a World Series. Give them credit for that. Jake's the man.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you, man.
Jake, you are the man. Thank you. Seriously, that's very kind. Okay, let's go. Have you been did you block any of these like adult websites?
No.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
Come on, spam. Leave us alone. We just got Juan Soto. I'm trying not to miss any, Jim. The next one I see is from Michael, who is a really loyal viewer of this channel. And Michael said I do remember, Michael, you talked about Soto, right? Landing in San Diego. I do remember it. I think you said Soto to the Padres is going to get done. And at the time, we're like, maybe. That would be nice. Yeah. So, Michael, congratulations to you as well. And thank you for your longtime support of this channel. I'm just rolling through here, Jim. You look at Twitter and see if anything's happening. Seriously. Taco Bell call 911. Bob Melvin has to be the happiest. Do we match up against any team in the playoffs now? No way we don't make it now. You have to like the Padres' chances, obviously, of getting the postseason. You'd never make a move like this if you didn't.
Well, just think about what Bob Melvin went from to where he's at now. Now, it doesn't mean, he had a lot of success in Oakland, and they had a lot of good players, but never was there a moment in Oakland where, as the manager, you could possibly imagine them trading for a player like Juan Soto.
No way. No way.
No way.
No, the big deals there were like getting Trevor Rosenthal in a one-year deal. Seriously.
Right.
Those were the sizable moves, They really were. They always were looking for a rental controllable piece that they could just buy for a playoff run. But to Taco Bell's point, like, do we match up against anyone in the postseason? How do you not, Jim? I'm not saying you're a favorite against the Dodgers in the best of 5 series with 3 of those games at Dodger Stadium and with that lineup, although I think the Padres rotation is just as good. I think the top heaviness of the Padres lineup, if you put big 3 against big 3, I'm taking the Padres. Mm-hmm. Bullpens, Hader at the back of it. I think it's a good point. I think the Padres will match up favorably with most teams in baseball. I don't know about the Yankees. I don't watch them a lot. I haven't watched a lot of American League. But think about the Dodgers specifically, or the Braves, who have played unbelievable baseball. You could see a Braves-Padres first-round playoff series. You really could. You have to like what the Padres have done here to put them in position to, win a series against a team like that.
So Mark Feinstein said that official Hosmer has rejected the trade, but the Soto deal is done, and that the Padres now have less than 5 hours to figure out what to do with Hosmer, who's owed $39 million from 2023 to 2025.
Well, I have some ideas. Idea number 1, DFA. Idea number 2, trade him to anyone, eat the entire contract, and take any player back. So the team basically gets Eric Hosmer for free for the next 3 years for a low-level A-ball prospect. And then the worst idea, which I hate because it hurts the Padres, is you say, you know what, Eric? Fine. If this is about you, you're still on the team. You're still on the team. Mm-hmm. Go sit in the corner. You're on the team.
Right.
There's how you want to deal with it.
Yeah.
You're still on the team.
Here's the options you have, Hosmer. Like you said, we DFA. You're gone. Or you sit at the end of the bench. You still get the money. Or you sit at the end of the bench and you're not being played for the rest of the season.
So up to you.
And it's your deal. It's up to you. And by the way, if you sit at the end of the bench and you cause any problems, then we don't care. We will DFA you in a second.
I just can't. This is unbelievable to me. The Hosmer stuff is unbelievable. What's more unbelievable? Hosmer not willing to go or the Padres landing Juan Soto? I mean, this is just ridiculous stuff going on right now.
Well, you think about
with,
this.
Hosmer.
We've said before in the past. Thank you, Ricky, for the super sticker.
Yeah, thank you.
We said this before in the past. The day that Hosmer gets traded will be the biggest day in Padres Twitter history. Oh, by the way, that day just happened to coincide with the Padres acquiring Juan Soto. Now he's not traded yet, but you know, the wheels are definitely moving very fast at a point where Hosmer will not be with the Padres anymore.
I mean, have we seen a lineup for game one? What if Hosmer's like batting cleanup in game one and hits like the game?
There won't be a lineup till like
the thing
second before the game starts.
You could actually use him in game one because you have no Soto or Bell and you've lost some major league parts. Like you can use him in game one, but after that, bye-bye. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Josh, loyal viewer, and tweeter, he says Jim's phone doing that is Jim and his most Jim. It's so true. Jim is basically like Schefter, like where he's on his phone like during the show and he cares more about the phone than he does the show. That's basically Jim.
I got a call. I'm sorry.
Who's calling you?
It was a spam call. It was, you know who it was? It was Eric Hosmer. He wanted to tell me that fuck off.
Thank you, Josh. Ronaldo, thank you again for this super. Thank you guys for the super. It's a great way to support this channel on this historic day. Just click that $sign down below. We appreciate the memberships. We appreciate the merch, by the way. You can see our wrap-up show merch on the main site, on mobile and desktop. Pick up some wrap-up show merch as well. A great way to support this channel. Like this cap, this wrap-up show cap that I'm wearing right now. Ronaldo says, putting it all in on the Padres this year, folks. Heading to Vegas right now before they change the odds.
I know.
They've probably been changed.
Probably changed, yeah. Idea. Probably's changed.
That's a very good idea. Let's get to Omar real quick, Jim, because we can't forget about the people that have made this possible for us over the last handful of years and handful of months, including Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. Please text Omar right now, LFGSD, with a lot of exclamation points. I'm serious. He's available to you 24 hours. Text Omar right now, 619-387-7798, LFGSD, with lots of emojis and lots of exclamation points.
All the emojis.
619-387-7798, or scan that QR code on the screen to get to his site. He's your mortgage broker. Imagine a day where you get Soto and a home, because if you're looking to buy your dream home, he can help. Or refinance to consolidate debt. If you're in the process of buying or refinancing and you want a second opinion to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, call or text Omar. You're getting a free consultation. If you're looking for referral partners to expand your book of business, you could reach out to Omar directly. I'm talking about realtors, CPAs, insurance agents, divorce attorneys, immigration attorneys, and more. Omar wants to help you grow your business as well. He is a San Diegan. He went to San Diego State. He's a Padres fan. If you have mortgage needs, go to Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. Text him right now. I'm not kidding. Text him LFGSD, 619-387-7798.
Or you can scan the QR code top of the screen there. It will take you to the website, edgehomefinance.com. But the best way to reach him is text message 619-387-7798. When you text him, Juan Soto, oh my God, LFGSD. Also let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
Thank you, Omar. Let's get back to this activity, which is just flying in right now. Where were we? Okay, Bryson, our buddy Bryson, with us here in the chat with the super. Thank you, Bryson. Thank you for your support. He says, so I guess my question is, was Hosmer just a throw-in? Like, how did he get placed in this trade and was not a linchpin? Interesting. So the Padres probably asked the Nationals to take on the player because they didn't need him in acquiring Josh Bell. The Padres probably said, we'll pay 3 years of his contract. Just pay off the remaining money on 2022 potentially. So maybe there was a minor cost savings for AJ Preller and the Padres, but ultimately if you're Seidler or Preller and Hosmer says, no, you're not going to let that get in the way of completing the deal. Obviously, how could you let that happen? So my guess is it suited the Padres well, but if Hosmer was going to say no, it wasn't going to, at the end of the day, be the end-all be-all.
Correct. I think that was like you're absolutely right. This was a situation where Hosmer didn't make or break the deal, but because you're getting Josh Bell as well, they needed to just get rid of Hosmer, and they're probably like, look, we'll pay most of this if you just take on Hosmer. And then you can, if you want, DFA him after the season or whatever the case may be. And I'm sure the Nationals were like, that's fine. We're not going to be paying any money, so it doesn't matter. And then it came to Hosmer and he rejected it. And I'm sure they went to the Nationals as well, saying, look, he's on your no trade list, but if he rejects it, the deal still gets done, right? And they're like, yeah, it gets done. So this didn't hinge on Hosmer, thank God, because if it did, I would lost my fucking mind.
Oh, can you imagine? Imagine we went on the air today at 3 p.m. We're like, well, they had a good shot at him.
Right. But at the same time, the Padres looked at this like not trying to just slip him under the radar type of thing, but getting Josh Bell back means you're not playing Eric Hosmer anymore at first base. And to keep Hosmer on the team doesn't make any sense. So might as well, instead of DFA him, just put him in the deal.
Well said. All right, let's get to Jake, who's been so active today. Thank you, Jake. He says, we need a center fielder more than a catcher. Replace Grisham. Now, if Grisham's done one thing recently, Jim, it's hit for power. He's not hitting for average. His defense has been very suspect, obviously, if you've been watching. You're not going to have all 9 pieces be Juan Soto's and Fernando Tatis Jr.'s and Manny Machado's. There's going to be some level of weak link. I mean, what would you prefer to be the weak link? Grisham in center? The Alfaro-Nola combination, which isn't a disaster. It's just not plus. So, I mean, we're going to have to live with it if Grisham is still here in 3 hours, right? I mean, you can't have it all.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't have it all. Everybody wants everything. But when you look at this team now as it's constructed, like I'm not me worrying about Trent Grisham is so far down the list. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
No, because he can help.
And
he can
Trent
play
Grisham,
better
honestly,
than he's played.
Right. This is not good, John. I'm losing my voice.
Dude, we have a long day ahead of ourselves. Burgers, YouTube, radio show.
All right, I need to stop screaming. Yeah, Trent Grisham is not
Mello.
a worry to
Here
me.
comes Mello, Jim. I think it's a nice deal for the Padres. I think they
did
did well.
Honestly, I think the Padres and AJ Preller made a good deal today for
nice
Juan Soto. I approve this trade, and if Eric Hosmer is still on the team, then I guess he's still on the team. But
if the Padres win the World Series, that's great. And if they don't, that's fine. That's fine.
I need to get some water. Hold on.
Okay, I'm going to run through this chat. Ricky, thank you for your membership. It means a lot. If you want to become a member, guys, click that join button next to subscribe down below. You're getting custom emojis, which are pretty cool. We're going to add more to those, by the way. The more members we get, the more emojis we can add. So emojis, badges based on your length of membership, some members only exclusive content for you as well. So thank you guys again for your continued support of this channel. As you know, if you're a Padres fan, we are with you literally day in and day out. It is a labor of love. And we're thrilled to be with you on a day like today where Padres fans are rejoicing all throughout Southern California. Carlin says this. Carlin, thank you for the super. Who's day drinking on this amazing day? Well, I can answer that for you. Jim has been day drinking. He has already taken multiple shots of Tito's vodka, although he has to stop there, Jim. I'm not kidding.
I'm done. I'm done.
Of this, he's done for now, maybe tonight.
If anybody missed me taking the Tito shot, you can just go watch this on replay.
Exactly. So Jim is anyone else drinking? Feel free to share with us in the chat if you are. Sarah, a new member. Look at all these new members. So cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. As we continue to look at this chat here. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Says, this is just a gentle reminder. Sir James picked a Warriors championship over a Padres championship circa the NBA Finals. Would you rather? Jim is forgiven. How about this? Clean slate on everything. Anything Jim's ever said, all good. Yes. Anything I've ever said, if I'm forgiven, Jim's forgiven.
I don't know, man. Last night was pretty bad when you said that you hate. No,
what I said about Ohtani that trended in Japan, I hope Japan can forgive me. I really do.
I think they will. I think everything's okay. Everything's okay. This is going to be the longest wrap-up show we've ever done. This is the
it's
most
close. No, we're not going anywhere.
The stream has not started. We can't do a 24-hour stream.
Jim. Well, we literally can't because we have a job. But
right. And we have to use our computers for
right. Well, we need to get first of all, I'm going to try to book like everyone from DC on this trade. Man, it's just I don't even know. We'll have guests galore, 3 to 6, nonstop. I want to go commercial free, like the wrap-up show. We're not going to be able to do that.
Here's John. If Juan Soto happens to be here by tonight, do we dare go to the game? I think I might go.
Yes. I'm bringing like Jones for his first game. Actually, the game will be like sold out. Maybe I'll just put Jones I'll put the game tomorrow on his neck.
What time's the game tomorrow?
We got a 1:10 today. I mean, I don't know. Night game, right? It's just game 4 of a 5-game
I'm going
series.
tomorrow night. I'm going tomorrow night. We're going. I'm going.
We're
It's
going.
happening.
I know. We got to go.
We're going.
Maybe I'll get.
We
Let's see if we can get Jones. I got to figure that out.
We're going. We have to go.
So Fran says, "Can you pull this up, Jim? Do you know how to pull up Instagram? I don't know how to do this.
I don't know.
See if you can pull that up.
Is it like a story?
It's got to be something Padres related.
I don't have like a.
Can you pull it up on your phone? Is your phone separate or no?
My phone is separate.
Right. Juan Soto Instagram. It's Googled. Is it a story or a post?
It's probably a story.
Come on, Juan. Wait, he's already got 54,000 likes on something in Spanish. That was a week ago, maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Okay, he's got a story. Oh my gosh, he's got a story of him in a Padres uniform.
Shut the fuck up. What is it?
I'm not kidding. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Stand by. Thank you for making us aware of this, friends. I'm going to pull it up, Jim. Stay with me.
Okay. All right.
Stay with me. You can see this. Boom.
No, my God.
Yes. I'm
not
legit buying. I'm buying like every Soto item.
It's not the greatest Photoshop I've ever seen in my life, but oh my God.
I mean, it's done. Get here.
It's
Start
done.
Flying.
Does this mean I have to buy a Soto jersey now?
I think you said you'd buy like an authentic. They're only $550.
What did I say? I got to go back and check the receipts.
You said jersey.
Oh yes, I'll buy a jersey. Juan Soto jersey.
I'm buying
the fucking
something.
cart, baby.
Do you think it's already in the team store? Once this deal's done, it's probably in the team store. They're quick. They turn those things real quick. Taco Bell, call 911. Thank you for the membership. Appreciate it, guys. Click that join button down below to become a member to support this channel that provides you year-round Padres content on a historic day. This is a great day. We're with you when the Padres lose on opening day. Remember that, Jim? It feels like forever ago, blowing that lead in the ninth inning. Well, now they got Josh Hader. Remember us complaining for months and months and months about an anemic offense? Well, now they have Juan Soto. And by the way, Fernando Tatis Jr. is facing live pitching like every day as well.
John, they also got Josh Bell, bro.
I forgot. I keep forgetting. Seriously.
Like, they have one of the best offensive first basemen in baseball. They have one of the best players in baseball in Juan Soto. They have another best player with Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado. You have 4 legitimate power threats in your lineup now when you had 1.
Good point. You know what? No, you have legitimate. You know what? Luke Voigt's a power threat.
And Voigt. Yeah.
I mean, Luke Voigt's a power threat. Profar is going to hit 20 home runs this year. Whether, I mean, that's pretty impressive. So there's a little bit of, I say a little bit of pop. There's legitimate pop now. This is going to be one of the feared lineups in baseball. This is going to be one of the most feared lineups in baseball. We'll see if it's too top heavy or not. We'll see if they can put it together 1 through 9, but it's going to be a feared lineup.
If you had a 1 through, I mean, Profar has done really well in the leadoff spot. So I don't know if they're going to move him, but if you have Profar in the leadoff spot, followed by Tatis, Soto, Manny, Josh Bell, Jake Cronenworth. Josh Bell's a switch hitter, by the way. Just think about that.
Which is beautiful. That's why you don't need Eric Hosmer.
Right. Hosmer is gone. Shoot him to the moon. And then you after Josh Bell, you can have Cronenworth. You can have or Luke Voigt, Cronenworth. Who else? Nola and Grisham. I mean, your lineup has lengthened so much in the bottom half now. Used to be the top half of the Padres lineup. Think about that.
Okay. And how about this, Jim? Think about this. I'm just putting a new light on. Think about this for a second. Do you have 3 of the top 10 hitters in baseball?
When fully healthy,
I mean,
yes.
When fully healthy, yes. I mean, Soto's
yes.
1, arguably. Tatis is top 3, arguably. Machado, when healthy, is a top 5 to top 10 offensive talent that competes for MVP awards. You have 3 of the top 10 hitters in the game batting in succession.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with that as a pitcher? Who do you work around? Who do you face? Who gets fastballs? Who doesn't? How many pitches are these pitchers going to see?
Right. And everyone, and you've seen people talk like, well, Juan Soto's having a down year. He was in a shit lineup. Imagine putting him in front of Manny Machado or in front of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah,
and
he's playing
imagine
for
having
a team that's
Tatis
30 games out.
Imagine having Tatis hitting in front of Juan Soto. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's game changer. I mean, it doesn't guarantee 10 runs every game, but it puts you in a position to challenge opposing starters and to put pressure on day in and day out against really good teams. And all right, Turbo, thank you.
And
Thank you.
John, I got to go.
All right, Turbo, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Get to the
Turbo.
super. We got to get to the supers too.
Okay, sorry.
Turbo says, if Hosmer stays, do we keep Wood or RH3? Sadly, no.
No,
The deal is the deal. I mean, James Wood could be a star. Robert Hassel could be a star. Mackenzie Gore could be a star. CJ Abrams could be a star, or none of them could be. That's how this works. They could be stars, or they could be busts, or they could be somewhere in between. It's how it works. We have to move on. This is why you acquire talent for moments like this. This opportunity presented itself, and they had the talent to pull off the deal.
But guess who is a star? Juan Soto.
Hold on. Oh, Josh Bell.
And Josh Bell. Josh Bell's an all-star. And you look at Josh Bell's, if you look at, Eric Hosmer's an all-star, so that doesn't really mean anything. But
yeah, but not this year.
No, not this year.
Was Bell an all-star this year?
No, but he was when he was with the Pirates.
Whatever.
But if you look at his numbers, dude, he's a significantly better player offensively than Eric Hosmer.
Ooh, there's also, okay. I don't see it with his knees. I could see Tatis in center.
No, I see
Tatis in center.
Yeah, I see Myers as a guy that could play first base when needed, or be a DH, or be a guy off the bench. I mean, you could have a bench of Will Myers, Alfaro, Hassan Kim.
Yeah, Kim's a good bench piece because he's a defensive replacement,
Yep, and that's how I always viewed Hassan Kim, as a solid bench piece, never as a starter. If you put him in as a starter, he has to play 150 games for you.
He's a great bench piece, to be honest, because of his defense and versatility, and he's got a little bit of pop, a little bit.
So who else is on their bench? You got Kim, you have Alfaro, you have Myers, Alfaro, and then Myers.
Right.
Mazzara. Yeah. So you have a righty, you have a lefty. You have 3 righties and a lefty off your bench. Right?
Yeah, it's fine. They'll address it.
Who fucking cares?
Who cares? They're fine. Exactly. Who cares?
Who cares?
Ronaldo, thank you again for the super. He says, is today the beginning of Hosmer's villain origin story? No, I think that was when he signed the deal.
Yeah.
Which, again, everyone was a fan of at the time. I mean, the Padres hadn't spent money in forever. He was coming off a World Series, 2 appearances, 1 win. They overpaid, and that's putting it very lightly.
Like, the Padres don't have a 1-2 punch. They have a 1-2-3 punch.
It could even be more than that, to be honest with you, with Josh Bell.
And I love it because the expectations for his team have now officially gone World Series. Like, with the team they had constructed, there was hope if they got hot, like, to win the World Series. But I think everyone would have been satisfied if they just made the postseason and they won a couple games or they won a series. But now you're looking at it, and I love the expectation route. Like, you are now expected to go deep into the postseason. There's no question about that. The way you
fine. We love expectations. What do we say about San Diego State basketball? Okay, if you lose in the NCAA tournament in the first round, if people are mad, that's a good thing because you're routinely getting in. If the Padres are routinely getting into the postseason and not reaching NLCSs or World Series and we're mad, that's a lot better than the alternative of going 68 and 94 every year. And by the way, this is basically Christmas Day. I mean, this is for one fan base a year. It's typically Christmas Day if you land the Scherzers and the Turners or the Sotos, and it's Christmas Day in San Diego. It's not Christmas Day, everywhere. It's Christmas Day in San Diego right now.
John, this is a big tweet. Ready for this?
Yeah.
This tweet is from @JackInTheBox. The official Jack in the Box Twitter has said the Padres have a new big 4: Tatis, Machado, Soto, and my head on the foul pole.
Who said that? I'm sending a text.
Jack in the Box.
Amazing.
Should we bring on Darren Smith? No, I'm just kidding. He's actually. I think Darren said that coming on the Reach Around show is on his bucket list.
He has said that.
Yeah. Maybe we should get him on later. Cheers. I don't want Preller to go anywhere. Keep him forever. Because he creates so much freaking conversation and so much buzz around this team every year that he could literally do anything. It's great for us. Keep him around forever. Are you booking the show?
No, I'm not, but I kind of am.
What are you doing? Can you tell us what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just working on the show. So Ronaldo, thank you. Cheers to you as well. Cheers, like you said, Jim, just a moment ago. All right, let's get back to it. David, thank you for the super. What's our best in-house center field option? Grisham, not Ruiz.
He's gone.
He's gone.
guys, let me tell you something. Don't worry about Trent Grisham anymore. Okay? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Stop. It's like worrying about like the ninth guy on the bench.
Thank you, David. I don't know. In-house is tough. In-house is tough. I mean, Tatis, I guess.
Yeah, that's
And I agree with Jared, who's a longtime supporter and member. Thank you for the super. It's true. It's
Thanks,
like if you
Jared.
land Scherzer, I don't think this happens. It just doesn't. You would have had to use all the bullets. You would have.
Or if you trade Robert Hassel last year with Eric Hosmer to get Joey Gallo. Right?
Hold on. I'm not listening to you.
Okay, cool.
But I am. Now I am. I just had to take care of something work related. So thank you guys for bearing with that. Work? What's work? Come on. Clean it up, John.
But that's the thing is last year, while it was a disaster of a trade deadline, now in hindsight, everything happened for a reason. And it's probably best that one, they didn't trade Eric Hosmer with Robert Hassel to Texas for Joey Gallo. And two, that they didn't trade for Max Scherzer to the Nationals because obviously you would have to trade, no doubt about it, your top one of your, either Abrams and Hassel or Gore and Abrams. And you much rather have Juan Soto for the next 3.5 years. Three postseason runs.
Oh, by the way, let's not rule out on this. What day is it? August 2nd, 2022. Let's not rule out the possibility of Juan Soto remaining in San Diego long term beyond 2024. Well, we can't guarantee it. We cannot rule it out.
No, it's not something that's on my mind, but you're right. You can't rule it out.
Can't rule it out.
Of course it is. You know what's on your mind? Is Jurickson Profar going to be re-signed for next year?
Well, now I'm not worried about that as much.
Okay, cool.
Eric is a loyal viewer, and Eric's going to be involved in this channel as well with his business coming up very shortly. So, Eric, thank you for hanging out. Eric's a great Padres fan and viewer of the channel and supporter of our podcast work as well. He says, still can't believe this is real. Remembering the days of Cameron Maben being our quote-unquote best hitter. Thanks, guys.
Dude, remember the lineup I pulled up from like 2015 or 16, and it was the worst fucking. It was like 2014, and it was like the worst lineup ever in the history of baseball.
I do. It wasn't good.
Like,
didn't they hit like 70 home runs one year, Jim?
Yeah, they hit like 60 something home runs, and the leader on the team had like 11. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Things have changed, haven't they? There's so many factors. There's so many factors. It's a little bit of a perfect storm. Ownership, state of the market in San Diego, support of this fan base. I mean, it's a perfect storm. Tatis, it's all just a perfect storm to be in this moment right now. And again, I mean, the end goal here, as we all know, it's like winning the offseason or winning the trade deadline. Now go win the World Series, okay? It's one thing to win off field. They've done that before. They've won off-field awards. They've had best farm systems and best free agent signings. Look at Manny Machado, and now best trade deadlines. Does it result in what we all want? We'll find out, But AJ Preller doesn't play the game. He pulls strings. He doesn't play the game. The team's going to have to play the games and find ways to win meaningful games over the next 2+ months.
But
so thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. But you can't help but say that. I mean, he has done the best you could possibly do with creating a roster. Right?
You're saying in the moment right now with what he's done with this team?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, again, we could go back. We can retrospect and hindsight it. I get it. I mean, the Myers deal, too much. The Hosmer deal, too much. Like all those things have impacted
He's made mistakes.
His ability to mold the clay to put it all together. But with all that being said, considering the mistakes, the fact that he can still get these wins is a credit to him. This job's tough. Truth is, Jim, real quick, the job's tough. These dudes miss a lot. It's hard not to miss. You're betting on human beings to perform in jobs. That's hard to do. There's an injury component to it that's as significant as anything. There's a mental component to this sport that is unlike any other sport that's professionally played in this country by and large. In the Big Four, you miss. He's missed. Brian Cashman's missed. Guys miss. But with all that being said, he's put this franchise in a position that they really haven't been routinely in, which is a position to win, not just now, but moving forward. And that's hard to do here.
Yeah, he's built the best roster he could possibly build with the resources he has and the money he has. And honestly, if you look at it on paper, there might be one other team that you could probably maybe say is better than them. And even then, it's still an up in the air discussion and an argument when all things are being considered.
Are you saying Dodgers or Yankees or both? Or
Dodgers?
And the Yankees season has just been incredible. I mean,
they've been incredible.
Year.
They've been incredible. I no doubt about that. But players, John,
yeah, like stars.
He has created a roster, not just of stars, just for stars, but it feels like right. It fits right. It like Soto, Tatis, Machado, like that.
This ain't Westbrook, AD, and LeBron. Okay,
no,
there's no has-beens here. There's no 39-year-old. Pujols is not part of the super team.
No, these are in their primes. These aren't like, you're right. They're not has-been stars. These are stars right now. And you have guys in their prime. You have guys performing at the highest level. You have all-stars this year. I mean, AJ Preller has acquired 2 all-stars this season, and Soto and Hader. And they're not,
and even Bell, like you said, I mean, Bell maybe not this year, but has had an all-star season. He really has. Let's get to Eric, our buddy, longtime supporter of this channel, with us on this historic day. He says, what a day, LFG San Diego. When can we realistically expect them to join the team and be in the lineup? I saw Will Myers was quoted, I think, by Annie Halbert saying, hopefully he's here tonight. I wasn't kidding when I said that 2 hours ago. That's how baseball works. Time to move on to the next game. Hop a flight. The beauty of this is they play at 7:10 game 2. That's a good thing. He's flying east to west, so he's gaining the time, right?
Yeah.
He's gaining the time. He can absolutely be here. I would think maybe there's a physical component to this because obviously there is. I mean, maybe he's not in the lineup tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was in the lineup.
I would bet a lot, though, he's not. I would just bet he's not.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot, dude.
It's a lot. It's a
lot. I mean, getting traded and like how this has gone down. He's East Coast. Bob Melvin, he's the type of guy that wants to give a guy a little bit of extra rest. And
he can play Hosmer since he doesn't want to be traded.
Perfect. Put Hosmer in right field.
Yeah, exactly.
It's finally about the team. Just put him in right field. Screw it.
Thanks, Eric. Thank you guys for the supers. This is a great way to support the channel. Just click that $sign down below.
Yeah.
This is about Padres fans today. We're just celebrating. I mean, we're celebrating. We're examining. We're breaking down. We're discussing. Supers, please subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans. Please support this channel and our partners. We're going to tell you about our buddy Will at ora.organic coming up in a moment. If you want 30% off your first order, there's a link down below. All plant-based nutritional products. Anthony Steiner says Preller should go for the Triple Crown. Bring home Wilson Contreras. What a Triple Crown it would be.
And it's crazy to think that he still maybe, if he wanted to, probably could do it. Because it's a rental.
So we know he's got Campusano available, like you've talked about. We know he's got a catcher in the big leagues available to him, Alfaro or Nola.
Still has Jackson Merrill. Didn't trade him.
Yeah, he's not. I don't know for a rental here. You got to keep something.
I know.
Keep something back.
I'm just saying, like, there's still prospects, and I don't know all the prospects, but and it's just.
Here's a dirty little secret, Jim. Here's a dirty little secret.
Ooh, tell me a dirty secret.
The Padres, let's say they just traded. I don't even know what it is. They traded their top 5 prospects, right? Let's just say that. They lost their top 5 prospects. Here's the dirty little secret.
What?
When you lose 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 become your new 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you always have top 10 prospects. So guess what? Next year, people salivate over Jackson Merrill, who went from the 6th highest prospect to the 2nd overnight. Wow. He's the number 2 prospect in the organization. That's how this always works.
Number 2.
That's how this works.
Number 1.
Okay. Aura. This is a great company and a great supporter of this channel. If you want to get healthier this year, and if you're like Jim and I, you probably thought you were going to have a heart attack over the last 2 weeks dealing with all this Soto news. If you've survived and made it to this point, got to consider Aura. ORA.organic. There's a link down below. Click this Build Your Routine button down below. You get 30% off your first order. This is a plant-based nutrition company. I'm talking about probiotics. I take one every single day for digestion. Proteins you can take after workouts. Pre-workout supplements. Omega-3 oils, which are great for men and women, I think. Fact check me, Jim. They have immunity pills, sleep supplements as well. You can shop and browse at the site. Will, their co-founders, is San Diego. They have offices in Liberty Station. We just met with Will a couple of weeks ago. I think we might have joked about this. Like, is this even possible? Can
John,
you imagine? Can you imagine?
We talked about Juan Soto months ago when everyone laughed at us. Remember that?
They did. They laughed. We talked to Chelsea Janes, and people were saying, why are you having Chelsea? Why are you selling us something that isn't going to happen?
Yep.
Honestly, the day that there was that first bit of news and Chelsea Janes said, if there's a GM that can pull it off, it would be AJ Preller, people laughed at us.
Yep.
It's victory tour day.
Yep. Suck it, bitches.
But thank you, Aura. Thank you for your support of this channel.
Yes, go there right now, www.aura.organic. Everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle, they got it. All vegan, all organic based. I highly recommend the raspberry lemonade flavored pre-workout. Go get it right now. When you build your routine, you'll get 30% off your first order. You'll thank us later.
No doubt. Let's get back to these supers. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're just getting started. We'll be with you all day on radio. Darren Smith show coming up later today on Extra 1360. We'll be on from 3 to 6, then back tonight to break it all down following game 2 of this double header. So, Matt, thank you for the super. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for the supers. He says for all of his past misses, Preller makes it so damn exciting to be a Padres fan. Well said.
He's not. I mean, they're right. It's for all the frustrating stuff that Preller has done with the team. At the end of the day, in our line of business, it's great. And it just sucks how that hasn't turned into any winning yet. That's the biggest thing. But you're absolutely right. Preller has made it so exciting to be a Padres fan. Think about how many times he's done something like this. 2015, 2019, 2021, now. Like 4 seasons out of his 8 years he's been here where he has been the talk of the baseball world. Think about that.
I mean, dude, what did Ken Rosenthal write 2 days ago? It's AJ Preller's world, and we're all just living in it. He wasn't kidding.
Is. You know, like the trade in 2015 when he first got here for Myers and Justin Upton.
It was massive.
Everybody,
massive.
Right? Massive deal.
Yeah.
And then when they signed Eric Hosmer, that was, I mean, obviously it was a big signing. And then the following year when they signed Machado, and then the following year after that, when they traded for Mike Clevenger. And then the year after that, when they traded for Yu Darvish, Joe Musgrove, and Blake Snell. And then the following year now, when they traded for Juan Soto and Josh Bell. And then also when they signed Fernando Tatis Jr. to the 14-year statute contract.
Hosmer is not in the lineup. Here's the game 1 lineup that is now out for the Padres. So here's the game 1 lineup. That's telling that Hosmer is not in the lineup, obviously. Jurickson Profar will lead off in left. Machado at third, bat second. Cronenworth is the second baseman hitting third. Luke Voit at first DHs. So Voit at first. Myers DH. Mazzara in right. Kim at short. Nola will catch. Grisham is in center. Darvish will start game 1 of the doubleheader here today. With all this uncertainty, we know the Soto deal is in the books. We know Soto and Bell are coming. There's still some uncertainty if you play for this team right now because the deadline doesn't hit for 4 hours and 2 minutes. But there's your game 1 lineup. There is no Eric Hosmer in the lineup. I'm led to believe, Jim, that the Padres envision moving on from Eric Hosmer today based on that.
Yeah. It's like there's a point of no return and you have reached it. And you just got to rip the Band-Aid off. You've heard it from Dennis Lynn, heard it from other people. There's got to become a point where you just, regardless of what the clubhouse thinks, you got to make the move for the betterment of the team on the field. And for the team on the field does not include Eric Hosmer. And now that you've traded for Juan Soto and Josh Bell, there's no playing time for Eric Hosmer anymore. There's no need for him on this team anymore. It's time to go. And this is the time to do it. If not now, then you're just going to wait. Then when? Like, you're going to wait till the offseason? Doesn't make any sense. Just do it now.
Carlin, thank you. If you guys want to become a member and get the Jim and John emojis and the LFGSD emojis and more to come now that we have more members, by the way, hit that join button next to subscribe. Awesome way to support this channel. Thank you, Carlin. Thank you, Ben, again for hanging out. He says, sorry, fellas, got pulled away for a second. Catching up. Yes, all is forgiven on all accounts. LFGSD. And let's turn into Contreras and Happ somehow. I get your point. All right, let's just turn everything else into Contreras and Happ. talk about a complete rebuild in season. A little bit like 2020. I mean, 2020 didn't have this piece, didn't have Soto, but Clevenger at the time was a big piece. It really was.
And look, for kind of how mediocre this Padres team has played the last 2 months, there has to be credit given to this team for making Preller view them as a team that he can go all in for, because they could have easily shit the bed without Tatis. And there were times when we thought they were going to, and there's still, a slim chance, but now with Juan Soto, Josh Bell in the mix and Tatis coming back next week, it's kind of hard to envision that. But there has to be some credit given to this team for playing the way they have this year, even though there's been times where it's been extremely difficult to watch, giving Preller kind of the reassurance to make this type of move. Because if they're 500 or if they're under 500 and they're playing shitty baseball, you think Preller's going to make this move for Juan Soto?
No.
Do
you remember when people were like, well, I don't know. I wouldn't move James Wood. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would move Mackenzie Gould. Stop. Is anyone going to, we're not going to say James Wood's name again this year. So that's the price you pay. James Wood could be an all-star. We don't know. He could be a Hall of Famer, or he could be a bust.
Look, I'll retweet him in 4 years. That's fine. But at this point in time, it's James Wood is 19 years old and he's not going to help this team. Juan Soto at 19 was winning World Series.
True.
James Wood might become a great player, but he only hopes that he turns into Juan Soto.
No doubt.
What he is right now.
No doubt. Jared, thank you again. He says Padres.com announcing the Soto deal. I haven't seen on the Padres Twitter. Padres.com has Padres agree to deal with Nats for Soto, Bell. Source. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's just like an MLB.com.
I know. I hate that. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, because it's not from the team. It's just from MLB.com.
It's coming from like New York City or something. Okay, Bill, thank you for your membership. Again, if you guys want to join, get the emojis. Click that join button down below. Germs, thank you for your membership. Greatly appreciated. This is so cool to have all these new members joining us here. We got Padres content for you basically day in and day out, year round. Please subscribe if you are a Padres fan. I want to get to the super from our buddy Colby, who was in the chat, and says the Juan Soto deal is perfect because even though you gave up the farm to acquire him, if it doesn't work out, you could trade him again in 2 years. I personally don't love the idea of doing that. I'd like to see him here for as long as possible. I guess it is an insurance policy, so to speak, that he could be moved at some point if things didn't work out. But on a day like today, I don't even want to envision him ever being moved. I hope he's here for the next 10 years. I really do. But that's hard to predict.
Right. I rather it be a situation where the team is so good in 3 years that they need, there's no chance of them trading him because they're going for a World Series.
Right. No doubt. But you're right, Colby. If things went sideways to some degree and he's hitting 300, with an on-base percentage of 420, he's going to command a lot back, even as a rental in 2024. As a 25-year-old, he'd command a lot back.
But that's the thing, though. There's the Preller has set this team up to compete for a World Series for the next 3 seasons. The next 3 years.
Yeah, right.
So this is not a one and done. There's going to be a lot of different players on this team for sure over the next 3 seasons. But the core of Soto and Tatis and Machado and Cronenworth and Musgrove and then Hader next year and Darvish for next year. Yeah, you go to battle with that every day of the week for 3 straight years. And
What's this game one crowd going to look like today? Like the rare Tuesday 1 p.m. game? Get down to Petco. I know there's no Soto there yet, but Hader's in the clubhouse. These games matter. It'll be interesting to see the crowd this afternoon. The crowds have been unbelievable. It's going to just be crazy tonight, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night we got to go. We got to.
Dude, I might go tonight. We got to find out. He might play,
and it works out fine because it's a 7-10 game. So
yeah, exactly.
Gives us a little more time.
Matthew, thank you for the super. He says, how long does Bomel have to helicopter Perrin Hosmer to make sure his feelings aren't hurt? He's getting moved. There's no way he's here. There's no way he's in that clubhouse right now, right? He's gone.
Feelings in professional sports, especially for a guy that's not performed, I really could care less about. I don't care at all. Like if this was a situation where Eric Hosmer was like Tony Gwynn, then yeah, this is like you consider the player that you're doing this to, but no, I don't care about feelings, especially with Eric Hosmer at this point. I just don't.
Agreed. Thank you, Matthew, for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Great way to support this channel. Just click that $sign down below. We're going to run through them all. If you want to become a member, click that join button. If you want to pick up some merch, you can do that as well. Great way to support this channel. Jaron says, and thank you, Jaron, for the super. My wife doesn't know Soto and is super bummed on losing CJ and Gore, but I'll straighten her out. LFG SD. Yeah, my wife has no idea this has even happened, by the way.
Yeah, I told Date Girl was like, did they make the trade? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh my God. So yeah.
What a week.
What a week, man. Dude. Yeah, this is crazy. This is freaking crazy. I mean, we gotta stop. I mean, what are we doing?
We
John,
have to stop. What do you want to do? Go to sleep, or what do you want to do?
Are we just continue this stream? Like, what's happening?
I think so. I mean, unless you have somewhere to go. I mean, do you guys want us to hang out? Yes or no? Want to hang out till
kind of
11:30, 11:45?
Let's go to 11:30.
Jim is so soft, isn't he? If they let Soto, I'll go 24 hours. I'm hungry.
I'm kind of hungry, and I kind of want to take a shower.
Dude, tell Jimmy soft in the chat, please. How soft is? Look at this. Play ball, keep it rolling, hang out. Yes,
just
Jim.
It's fine. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. All
can
right.
Can you play the Leo DiCaprio video? Like, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not leaving.
Not leaving. He's not leaving.
Oh, did you guys know also that Josh Hader's now in San Diego?
Yeah. Marty just tweeted that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared McCarthy, for the super. He says, Dodger fans who came to cry, just leave, please. Have there been a lot of Dodger fans in the chat? I haven't noticed.
There's been a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get out of here. Come on, man. Let Padres fans enjoy a day like today.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I know. We're going to be on all day today. All fucking day, bro.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You know? I mean, pick up some Uber Eats or shower. You don't need to shower, but you do have to pick up food for us because I need to eat it on air and you need to take a video. So you got to pick up something on the way in.
All right. In-N-Out burger for everybody.
Can you get me something like vegan, though? I'll have a bite of a cheeseburger.
John.
Maybe I'm the soft one.
Who's texting me?
I have no idea. Who's texting me? All right. So if you're just getting here, let's recap.
Okay.
The Padres this morning appeared to have a deal done with Juan Soto and Josh Bell that was then hinging. This is movie storybook stupid stuff that only happens in San Diego. Was hinging on Eric Hosmer agreeing to the deal. Thankfully, we learned later that even if Eric Hosmer wasn't part of the deal, which he isn't, that was not going to negate all the work that AJ Preller and Mike Rizzo had done. So Hosmer's in limbo. Who really cares? Juan Soto, a transcendent talent that has the highest on-base percentage since 1900 of any player other than Ted Williams, is a San Diego Padre. Josh Bell, who's had a comparable year to Juan Soto with DC, is also a San Diego Padre. The Padres now have Juan Soto, Manny Machado, and Fernando Tatis Jr. Oh, and by the way, Josh Bell. And oh, by the way, AJ Preller might not be done. And oh, by the way, Josh Hader. And oh, by the way, Joe Musgrove, $100 million extension. And it's August 2nd. And they're playing the Rockies in 120 minutes.
Should I take my shirt off and fake be happy?
Is someone asking you to do that?
No, I'm just asking you.
Yes, because then we can get photos.
Should I act like a clown?
You are a clown.
You know what if you know, you know.
I got you.
Yeah. Should we give it? Never mind.
This has been an incredible morning. Remember when Darren tweeted out last night, like, what if we wake up and Soto's a Padre? And you're like, well, that's not going to happen.
Dude, Darren knew. Darren knew, bro. Darren knew.
Darren knew. He's been talking to Mike Rizzo.
Darren knew. Somebody knew. Everybody knew.
I don't think anyone knew the day before.
It is crazy, though, like how this is something that we've talked about for, 2 months, and it actually happened. And we were so excited going to bed. We're like, talk to you tomorrow for Juan Soto, and like shit could have easily not happened. And then it did.
Well, you just never want to get your hopes up too much based on what happened last year. You just feel like you can get let down so easily, or even the second half of last year when they played so terribly. But now this is just fully all in. This is like, hopefully this is just something that shoots them back to the way they were playing the first 2 months of the season, right? Because the last 2 months they've been middling. Now they finally started playing better here over the last 10 days. Now it's like no holds barred, everyone pulling in the same direction. Let's go. And it's not easy. Uphill sledding, 12 games against the Dodgers still remaining. You still got to fight off teams like Philadelphia and St. Louis just to get in. Go create some separation. Go play well for a couple of weeks and play your best baseball heading into October. That's all we can ask. Stay healthy, play your best baseball. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. And I know that we keep saying the Dodgers are kind of like out of sight, out of mind, which they still are. But now it comes to a situation where you gotta go for that number 4 seed, bro. Because if you get that 4 seed, home playoff series with this roster in this town buzzing like they are, that to me is more important than going after the Dodgers, even though you do play them 12 more times this year. But that 4 seed is now everything. That's the goal. You got to get the 4 seed to get a home playoff series. That's everything.
I have a little bit of, for our viewers, good/breaking news. I'll put it in the chat. Our buddy Will at Aura, everything's got to go at Aura. 35% off everything using promo code Soto Wrap Up. I'll put it in the chat. Aura, ORA.organic, promo code Soto Wrap Up.
Let's
30%,
go.
35% off until 11:59 p.m. tonight. Okay?
Oh my God.
So I just put in the chat. ORA.organic. Promo code Soto Wrap Up, 35% off. And that's a lot of money. 35% off everything until 11:59 tonight.
Wee.
So Will's not messing around. Will's not messing around. We're not messing around. Get to Aura. Get to Aura. Support this channel.
Love it. Love it.
Soto Wrap Up. All one word. It's in the chat. 35% off.
Let's go.
35% off. Thank you, Will. Yeah, we do need. Where is Mark? Are you still here? Omar's probably working. Mark's probably working.
Look,
Will's working on this promo.
What? I know. It's great.
They
do.
Oh,
stop it. Love it. Michael Myers. Aura does have great protein powder. I agree.
35% off Soto Wrap Up, ORA.organic. Unfortunately, Solo Dolo, there isn't one. There isn't one because it is a team game.
Right. What?
Okay, so here's the question. Do we actually have to kind of roll? Because I think now are we at live programming on Extra 1360?
Darren is on the air, yeah.
Okay, so Darren's now on the air. So we probably should point our viewers over to Extra 1360 for the next 7 hours or so.
Live radio forever.
Exactly. So Darren's going to be, well, hold on. We have supers rolling in here.
One more.
Hold on.
I know. I see it.
Any super that still rolls in, we're going to get to in the next couple of minutes.
We want people to go listen to Extra.
Yes, of course. I mean, obviously, we're on Extra. So that pays the bills for us. It's the day job. It's been another great morning. Thank you, Matthew. It says Preller handing out the dopamine hits in a timely fashion. We've won 2 of 3 of the series post All-Star break. Big trade, doubleheader baseball today, LFGSD. There's a game today on television and in San Diego.
2 of them.
2 games today. All right. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Get to Extra 1360. Darren Smith is breaking it down. I'm sure with a good guest list as well. We'll be with you from 3 to 6. Then back again tonight to celebrate Juan Soto and hopefully celebrate some Padres wins and hopefully celebrate Eric Hosmer's final game in a Padres uniform.
Let's go,
which
baby.
would have been,
Let's go.
Well, it wasn't even yesterday. He's out with that neck strain. Maybe that's holding up the deal, that next strain. All right, before we go, please become a member. Great day to become a member. Custom emojis, badges, members-only content. Hit the join button next to subscribe right now. You get the custom emojis and the badges and the content. Great way to support this channel. Also, before you go, pick up some merch. There's Jim and I, and Darren and Marty, and Jonathan Rifkin. Click down below if you want to pick up some wrap-up show merch. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. That's all we ask. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on social media. We're all over it. At John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. $750 off your insurance if you switch to him. Auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance. Aura. Use promo code Soto Wrap Up. It is in the chat. Let me put that in one more time. Soto Wrap Up for 35% off at aura.organic. Soto Wrap Up for 35% off at aura.organic until 11:59 p.m. tonight. Thank you, Will, for that. And also Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance, a great supporter of this channel. If you have mortgage needs, 619-387-7798. Text him right now, LFGSD. He's there for you, 619-387-7798.
Get it, Jared. You can get it now.
Pick it up. All right, we'll see you on the radio. Head over to Extra 1360. Jim, stop drinking. Get us food. Bye-bye.